Happy early Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same to you.
If in theory you were to get Devontae back in some form or fashion, what would he bring to your squad?
Well, he brings immediate just know-how, his scoring ability. It's hard for teams to load up on Brandon and Jonas when Devontae's on the floor. So that's what he brings immediately to our team.
Last time you saw the Wizards, no Bradley Beal. He is quite the potent scorer. They rallied back from 19 anyway. How do you prepare defensively for the punch you think he would pack this evening?
Well, I think we got to, just looking at the first half, we got to bottle that up. Defensively, we were flying around, energy, and then offensively, we were sharing the ball, getting into the paint, knocking down shots, and then second half, we just got stagnant, and they went on a run. So we have to do a better job, especially with Bill coming back. The focus will be on him, playing in pick and rolls, mixing up our defense, and making sure that our game plan discipline is really on point with this team.
In the fourth quarter, especially when Brandon was driving the paint and taking the mid-range shots, we saw Denny Avdia doing a pretty decent job on him defensively. What are the things defensively that Avdia brings? And he defended Brandon pretty nicely in that game.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. He moves his feet well, and he presented a problem just with his physicality. But I also think Brandon just missed some shots that he's capable of making, and the game comes down to that. You get to a spot and you jump up and shoot the ball, and if you make them, you win, which he did early in the season in Minnesota. He did it again in Memphis. Washington, he just missed some of those shots.
You were talking about the first half and how you played pretty solidly in that first game. But how important, though, is to defend and be able to get out in transition that's going to help your offense?
It's extremely important for our group. It's our best offense. It's when we defend, we get stops, and we play fast. So the more we can do that, the more we can make them miss, the more that we can come up with rebounds and get out and kick it ahead and play, the better for us.
Hey, Willie, Devontae mentioned at shoot-around it was a game-time decision. Is it still a wait-and-see thing? Do you guys know yet?
Yeah, it's still wait and see. He'll be in a little bit. He'll get on the floor, warm up, and see how his foot feels from there.
Washington defensively, they had a lot of success this season. They forced a lot of mid-range shots. The shot profile is somewhat similar to you guys. Just when you see what they're doing defensively, just what do you think they do well?
They try to take you away from threes. Like you said, they force you to the paint, but they don't allow you to get all the way to the rim. They're a good defensive team. They're a good offensive team. We have to do a good job of being patient and letting the offense breathe. When I say that, not falling into the quick shots, not falling into extremely tough shots, but moving the ball around, setting good screens, and getting quality looks.
Coach, what are your recollections of Wes Unseld Jr., the assistant coach?
He was vocal, articulate, pretty hard-nosed in terms of what he wanted out of his teams, but at the same time, still a pleasure to be around.
How did he, I guess, get that mixture, where he's both focused and intense in a way, but also not graded?
I think he's been around the game all his life, and he has a great mixture of all of those things from his experiences. And no one is more deserving of being in his position than he is. And I'm proud to see him be a head coach, especially in Washington. I think that means a lot to him. It means a lot to the community. And I'm happy to see those guys do well right now. Tonight we want to beat them, though.
Willie, it's November 24th. Can you give us the latest update on Zion and where he is with his games?
Yeah, sure. Z, first of all, he's everything he's been doing has been great. His one-on-one, his 3-on-3, and like you said, he had his scans today. We're waiting on the specialist to review the scans. Once that happens, we're hopeful that we can progress even more. But it's a wait and see.
Coach, how do you process games different now as a coach than you did as a player, post-game?
Well, post-game for us is just thinking about what did we do well as a group and what are maybe some things we need to improve on in addressing the team with those bullet points. As a player, it was really about what I didn't do well on the floor or what I did well, what I brought to the team. As a coach, you just feel more responsible for the overarching play of the team. And as a player, for me, as a role player, not so much.
We got to see you talking to BI, after practice yesterday. I'm guessing you probably won't tell us the substance of that conversation, but just how do you approach those conversations differently as a head coach versus when you were an assistant or a PD guy?
I approach them similar, listen, learn, and it wasn't for me to talk much. It was just to talk to Brandon and allow him to speak, allow him to have that platform, and have open communication. And that's what coaching is. It's listen, it's learn, and it's how can we grow and get better.
And just what's your estimation of BI and how he handles those talks, how he listens, how he converses with you in those one-on-one moments?
He's great. The biggest thing is honesty in any relationship, and Brandon's been great. He's honest. He's observing. He takes ownership. He holds himself accountable, and he's a coach's dream to coach guys like him.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Coach.